What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Wednesday. It is December 30th. We are oh so close to getting out of 2020 and getting into 2021. We are back with another video. Yesterday's optimal lineup on the site hit 350, cashed everywhere in cash. And that's what we're trying to do. Trying to make the best, sorry, the dog's down there. Trying to make the best lineups, advice, cheat sheets for you guys. So if you have any questions at all, comment down below or email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com. A couple things before we get all the way started. Like the video and subscribe. If you want to win a free week of NBA, well, all content actually, so you'll get NBA and NFL this week, since that's the only sports that's going on that we do. All you have to do is tell me what player is going to score the most amount of Draftkings fantasy points and how many points are they going to score. If you get it without going over, you will win a free week. So that being said, if you guys want to partake in FTA Plus, go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. So we do a bunch of free information, but we will help you out. You can try any of these passes. Currently, right now, if you click on monthly pass and join FTA Plus now, use promo code NBA month, you're going to get half off. So go check that out. Or a year, if you use 300 off as the coupon code 300OFF, you're going to get $300 off. You're going to get a year pass for $99 instead of $399. So what that is a year of access, all sports, Fanduel, Draftkings lineups. With that, it's MLB when that comes back for the year, NBA, NFL, PGA, MMA, NASCAR if we get back into that. It just depends on how much you guys actually like NASCAR. So that being said, we're going to jump into this slate. We got a nice 6-game slate. We don't have all the or the Vegas totals here. I do have it on my phone, but give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So we have all of the over-unders and all the Vegas numbers here. Minus the Portland and the Clippers game, but on our DraftKings app, I don't know why it's not there. I have the numbers here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the Vegas numbers. So how does that help you? So a lot of people do sports bet, and we have packages on the website, but you can find the games that have high over-under, high team total, and you can target those games. So if you watched yesterday's video, I was all over Westbrook. I said, let's do that. He has now played 3 games this season, has a triple-double in every single one of them. I was all over Andre Drummond yesterday. Dominated. I think he got, what did he get, 60? He got 60 fantasy points on Fanduel, I believe. Let's check it out. And like I said, Drummond has been just crushing it this season, and it really came through. So let's see. Andre Drummond, 64.4 fantasy points. In this GPP lineup on DraftKings, 405.3 was the top mark. That is crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so Drummond, we were all over Drummond. I did say in yesterday's video, Giannis, his price was too high. I didn't think he would be able to pay off his price, and he ended up with 32.2, and that is at 11,000. That is not enough. You need at least, well, now in cash, you need at least 6 times value, pretty much. And what I mean by that is, on FanDuel, the lowest price is what, 3,500. So you need 3,500 times 6 at a minimum, which would be, he needs at least 21 fantasy points, but that's really not going to do it. You need at least 6 times value, and honestly now, for GPPs, you need like, oh man, it's got to be like 7, 8, 9 times value from every single lineup, or every single player in your lineup, to hit that, pretty much hit that top. I mean, it's going to be tough to win a GPP, but that's pretty much what you need. So what we used to do is we had a chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out a chart for every single price possible. So the minimum on DraftKings, I think, is 3,000, and then the maximum, whatever that is, and then we're just going to have a chart for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through, and I'm just going to put it right here under NBA. So I've got the Vegas odds here, then I'll put it right here. So that should help you out. But without further ado, let's jump into our part of our cheat sheet. So this is today's article, which you can find down below. Definitely click on it so I can see that you guys find it helpful and you guys want to use it. But what I've done is a little bit different. So we're going to change it up. We're going to do the player, the matchup, and the projections. So these projections, it's easier to project for NBA, but obviously we're not going to be projecting, Andre Drummond for 70 fantasy points or AD for 80. He has gotten that before. These are the projections we've got going on. They could be plus or minus about 5 or 10, depending on like if Giannis, sits, or they had a blowout yesterday, so you're not going to play a ton, but yeah. So let's look at the Vegas odds first. So you got Memphis at Boston. Boston opens up as a 7.5 point favorite. Their money line is 420. Boston has a team total of 115.25 with an over under of 223. I really like that. I like the Memphis side of the ball as well. They're playing from behind. They're going to have to chuck up some threes to make it close. Milwaukee at Miami. Milwaukee's a 6.5 point favorite. They just put up like 140 points yesterday. It is a back-to-back. They think they had a record for threes, so that is something to look at. 116.75 there. I'm really liking both sides of the ball in this game, but I'm probably going to avoid Giannis just because his price is so damn high. If, in fact, they get up again, he might rest because it is second game of a back-to-back. Next game, Atlanta at Brooklyn. Depends on who's going to be sitting for Brooklyn. Brooklyn opens up as a 7.5 point favorite, a 123.25 total, which is the highest team total there. So that's something to look at, with an over-under of 239, which is the highest. So you want exposure to that game. You want exposure to both sides of the ball for Atlanta and Brooklyn. And you got to check out, see who's in, who's out, if Kyrie's going to play, if KD's going to play. See who's going to play there. And if you make multiple lineups, might want to do that with some Nets and some Hawks. Next game, Charlotte Hornets at the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks opened up as an 8.5 point favorite. 116.25 total. Team total for Dallas. 224.5 over under. I really love Luka here. That's why he's the picture of the video and the article. Lakers here versus San Antonio. Lakers open up as a 4-point favorite. 116.5 is their team total with an over-under of 229. I really like some Lakers here. It opens up some value. See if AD is in or out. My guess would be he's out. Look at LeBron here. He is pretty expensive, but you got Kuzma. You can find some value in this lineup. Then the final game is the Clippers, or the Trailblazers at the Clippers. We've got, currently I'm looking at Clippers as a 2.5 point favorite with a total of, or an over-under of 227. So that is something to look at. This game could be close. Clippers have been, second game of a back-to-back. They've been very, they're not playing the best ball they could considering what team they were last year. And just kind of looking at the Clippers game yesterday. Let's find it. Yeah, so they won 124-101. They're 3-1, but the team, they don't look like a 3-1 team. So just kind of looking at that, they got outscored in the fourth, 25-19, but they dominated through the whole game. So it is a back-to-back. Both are late games. Both are in LA, so that might help out as well. Lou Williams jumps out at me right now. Paul George. So you got to look to see what players are going to be in or out, because the name of the game for NBA the past few seasons, a lot of big names sit back to back. So we got to pay attention, and we are 9 hours from tip off. So we've got time. We've got time to see all the news. So there you go. Those are the Vegas odds. If that helped you out, you sports bet, let me know. If you want a sports bet, we do have referral codes as well. So looking at, here we go. So What we're going to do is 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. These are not necessarily the only ones that I like, but they are ones that stick out. Now, the difference, if you don't play on Fanduel or Draftkings, you only play on one. The difference is the scoring's a little bit different. That's why the fantasy points are a little bit different. So, looking at point guards, Luka, love Luka here. Projected about 35 minutes, 28 actual points, 59 Draftkings fantasy points, 54 Fanduel. Damian Lillard projected at 50 Draftkings and 48 Fanduel points. Trae Young, 47 DK fantasy points, 44 Fanduel fantasy points. Mid-tier here, Patrick Beverley, 23 DK, 22 Fanduel. Peyton Pritchard, 21 DK, 21 Fanduel. Like that as a option if he's going to get some minutes. Projected about 23 minutes, which isn't bad, so 20 to 23. And our projections, if you've been with us for a few years, they're pretty spot on. Minus, the outliers of someone having a ridiculous game that you just can't project. You got Jeff Teague in the middle here, looking at 21 to 20 fantasy points on DraftKings and FanDuel. Then we get some value here. Jalen Brunson, looking about 16 DK, 15 FanDuel. Tyus Jones, 15 on both FanDuel and DraftKings. And DJ Augustine, 14 on both as well. Moving to the shooting guard, Karis LeVert. I should be in there for the foreseeable future as getting some minutes. We're projected 31 minutes. Looking at 42 DraftKings fantasy points and 40 FanDuel. Jimmy Butler against Milwaukee. Butler and Miami being the underdogs in this game so far. That's how it opened up. We've got 39 DraftKings fantasy points, 40 FanDuel. Paul George at 41 DraftKings and 39 FanDuel. Mid-tier picks here at shooting guard. You got Marcus Smart at 30 on both FanDuel and DraftKings. You got Dennis Schroeder at 28 on DK and 27 on FanDuel. And Dylan Brooks is 26 on DraftKings and 25 over on FanDuel. Then we get down to some value picks here at shooting guard. Desmond Bane, 19 fantasy points on both sites. John Conchar, 17, and Devin Vessel, both at 17 on both FanDuel and DraftKings. Moving over to the small forward, I really like LeBron here, specifically if AD is in fact out. We've got LeBron here against San Antonio. They are a 4-point favorite as of right now. Projected 31 minutes. Obviously, could play more. Just depends on how the game goes. Projected DraftKings, 51. FanDuel, 47. Gordon Hayward at 36 DraftKings and 35 FanDuel. Jaylen Brown, 34 DraftKings and 33 FanDuel. Mid-tier here, Keldon Johnson at 26 on both sites. Kyle Anderson at 24 on both sites. And Tim Hardaway at 25 on DraftKings and 24 FanDuel points. Finally, down here at the bottom, small forward, value. Rudy Gay, 22 on both sites. Cam Reddish and Miles Bridges, both projected at 21 on both sites. Moving to the power forward position today, Giannis at 52 on DraftKings, 49 on FanDuel. I wouldn't be surprised if he does go lower than that. It just depends on the minutes. As you can see, projected at 28 minutes. I'm going to completely avoid him. I avoided him yesterday for the most part. I don't think I want to go. He's obviously capable of going for 60, 70 fantasy points. They've just slowly brought him in this season. He is priced like last year's price, MVP type pricing. He hasn't performed to his pricing, and they really haven't adjusted the pricing like you would like. So I'm probably going to avoid him there. Anthony Davis got a big question mark on him. 45 DK, 46 FanDuel. That's not enough for his price. Jason Tatum, we got 40 on DraftKings, 39 on FanDuel. I love Jason Tatum on this slate. Mid-tier, you got Brandon Clark at 24 on both sites. Nicholas Batum at 23. I like Batum if he's going to get the extra extended minutes, which he's looking like. We're projected about 31 minutes. And then PJ Washington, 24 on DraftKings, 23 on FanDuel. Value here at power forward, James Johnson, 14 points on both sites. Grant Williams, 13 on DraftKings, 14 on FanDuel. And Patrick Patterson, 14 fantasy points on both FanDuel and DraftKings. Then we move to the center position. Don't get too cute. Bam Adebayo yesterday screwed us. got the old cold snowflake over there on DraftKings. Projected right now against Milwaukee, 45 fantasy points on DraftKings, 44 on Fanduel. That would be great if that's what he could get. But kind of looking at that, just kind of looking at Bam Adebayo. Let's see over here on DraftKings. Played 2 games this year. No, he hasn't. He played last night. Why is this not updating? I don't know why this isn't updating. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. I guess I haven't been paying attention this whole season. The teams are playing like each other, like back to backs. Anyway, I don't know why it's not updating yesterday's, but I mean, Adebayo only had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal in 25 minutes. So let's see. I don't know why it's not showing it. And I think it's been like that. It's kind of weird. For NBA, it's been like that, but for NFL, it's shown perfectly. Adebayo yesterday, 27 fantasy points for 8,000 on DraftKings. Not enough. He dropped down 400. You could get some value here. Hopefully he plays more than 25 minutes. I don't know why it's not, populating as quickly as it could. You got Yusuf Nurkic, 36 DraftKings, 35 on FanDuel. Jonas Valanciunas, 35 on DraftKings, 34 on FanDuel. Mid-tier, if you want to call it that, Clint Capella against Brooklyn, 28 on both sites. Serge Ibaka, 27 on DraftKings, 26 on FanDuel. Jarrett Allen, 25 on both sites. He should see a little bit more run, depending on who's in or out. So Brooklyn's the team you really want to pay attention to for the injury news and notes that come out during the day. Then your value here, Enes Kanter at 22 on both sites, Robert Williams 20 and 21 respectively, and Jacob Poeltl at 20 and 21 also, DraftKings and FanDuel. So there you go, guys. Those are just some of the players. They're not every single player. This isn't the only player pool we're looking at. We have other players that we like too. This is just a glimpse into the cheat sheet. If you guys sign up on the site, again, you can do NBA month to get a month half off or $300 off coupon code, $300 off the year pass that gives you everything. If you have any questions, email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com. Don't forget, follow all of our social media, which you can find right here. Once we get every 100 Facebook likes and follows over there, we're going to give away a free year pass. Free year. All you have to do is follow the Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter @advisors_team. If you guys check out our tweets and you retweet us, and any tweet that we put out, you retweet and tag 3 friends, we're going to have giveaways as well. So definitely go check that out. Super exciting news. I got a PlayStation 5. I got the notification. It said the queue was opening up on PlayStation Direct. I got in. The first time it opened, it showed 15 minutes. I had never been that close. Got in. I really wanted the digital version just to save $100, but they didn't have it. So I went ahead and got the disc version. It's going to be here tomorrow. I'm very excited for it. I've been waiting a long time. Everybody else as well. If you got a PlayStation 5 on launch or pre-order, let me know. Comment down below. Like the video. PlayStation Network for the win. So that's what I've got, guys. Be on the lookout for NFL. We're going to have a ton of articles coming out. So what I'm going to do is each week we put out rankings for quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense. I'm going to have videos for all but the defense. So I'm going to put those videos out. This is week 17. Some of you are still in the championship, 2-week championship. I know ESPN. I don't know about I don't know about Yahoo or Sleeper in CBS. I don't know how they do their championships, but this is the first year I haven't been in the championship in a while. As you can see, I got the fantasy baseball trophy and the fantasy football trophy that I have to give up at next year's draft because I did not win this year. So be on the lookout for all of our content coming out. Super excited. It's weird that we're waiting for PGA to come back. It's very weird that we're waiting for MMA. MMA is about a month away, I think, or less than a month now. But we've been doing pretty good there. So we've got a ton of content for you guys. Hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully you are here with us bringing home the bacon. We also have a Discord channel, which I will put the invitation link in the description. It apparently only lasts 24 hours, so you must click the Discord. Not a ton of conversations going on yet, but I would love to get conversations going right around tip-off and right around when NFL's coming. So we got a ton of stuff coming to you guys for this week, and we're very excited for it. So if you have any questions, comment down below. Email me. If this video, like I said earlier, gets 30 likes, we'll post and pin a FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup. That's what I've got, guys. Good luck today, and as always, you know what to do, guys. Let's bring home some bacon. Peace.